This is the north side of Laramie, the newer houses. Just kind of wanted to show you what's going on out here. They built some massive houses out here on the hill. One thing I learned about Laramie is you do not use the bike lane as a turning lane. You will get a ticket. Unless you're trying to avoid a bike. Hopefully this will not bounce around too much. I've been to a lot of yard sales over on this end of town. They're usually pretty expensive, but some of them are vintage. I mean, really, some of these houses, I don't know if they were built. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up to see when they were built, but they're newer. I mean, these aren't as old as the ones where I live, but you can tell by some of the styles that they were built probably in the 60s, 70s, 80s, mid-century, modern stuff. And then of course you got the newer housing developments up here. Wow, look at that one. That's pretty cool. Traffic, that's for sure. Oops, that's a cul-de-sac. I didn't realize this was a cul-de-sac. This goes through or not. We'll grandkids love to come up here and go trick-or-treating because most of these people give full-size candy. They don't just give out, like I do, the little tiny stuff. They give out big, huge candy bars and toys and all kinds of stuff. I knew the lady that lived in that big house up there on the hill. She didn't like it much. She said you just pick a couple of rooms to live in and the rest of them are just kind of, because it was just too much. Way too much. Sure. Oh, that's the church. Okay. It's a church. That's a big church. Oh, I love that fence. That's my kind of fence. Look at this place over here. That place has been there for a while. To do some research on that. Where are we here? I gotta turn around so I can get a good picture of it. I don't know if it's old or if it was built that way. That is beautiful. 120. Hartford or Hayford Avenue. Okay, let's look into that a little bit more. See what that's about. Getting their Christmas stuff out. Looks like undecorating. We're down the other side here we're on Reynolds, which is on the north side of town. Of Laramie. Wow, you got to see the back of this house. If I can get a picture of it, I don't know. Look at that. Oh my gosh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Going to build a house, that would be the kind of house I would build. I almost moved into a rental over here, but just wasn't crazy about this side of town. It's a little bit, I don't know, just not my thing. I got to get over because I got a car coming up behind me really fast. So, obviously going a lot faster than I am, which is fine. People. I don't know what that little place is over here. What that street is called even. I think this was all built about 4 or 5 years ago, I think. Something like that. It wasn't very long ago. I can't remember exactly, but there's been a lot of building going on because they need housing for students and faculty for the school and the hospital and the cement plant and all kinds of places. And a lot of people live here and work in Cheyenne, so that's a fire department. Wow. It's a neat building. Now we're heading west on Reynolds and into the older, probably I'd say the 90s, probably 80s, 90s. I mean, there were obviously 60s and 70s they built out here too, but a lot of it was in the 80s and 90s. So it was still 45 years ago. Side streets real quick so you can look and see what's down here on 18th Street. Oh, there's a delivery person behind me. Pepsi. That's interesting. I wonder where he's going. No idea. I'm going to get out of his way. I know that. I liked it up here too. I actually looked at buying a house up here, but just couldn't quite. It was just a little more expensive a little more than I wanted to spend. I'm retired, but I really kind of like to not deplete my savings completely. So I'll never retire anyway. I'm always doing something. Just can't not do anything. Don't get me wrong though. I can veg out in front of the TV for a couple hours watching YouTube videos. These electric bikes, or I guess that's what they are, e-bikes, whatever they're called. Boy, they're popular here. Very, very popular here, especially with the older people. And I mean older than me. I'm 65 and they're in their 80s. Out there just tootling along. And you know, I mean, Laramie's not flat, so I imagine it's quite helpful to have that type of way of getting up and down the hills, because it can get a little bit steep here and there. I don't know what that rattling noise is. I can't seem to get rid of it, and I can't identify it. Alrighty, well, I guess I'll shut this video off here. I was going to show you the UW, some of the University of Wyoming campus, but it's a little crowded for some reason. I don't know what's going on down there, but I'm going to head to the Goodwill store real quick. My favorite place to visit. You know, our Goodwill store is actually very, very reasonable price-wise. I know a lot of Goodwill stores have gone up crazy prices, but ours is still, I think they're $4.50 for jeans, $3.75 for shirts. T-shirts are $2. Shoes are expensive. I don't know why they price the shoes so high. But the next video I'm going to do is a haul that I made yesterday from the Goodwill store and another little thrift store here called The Cottage. And I will do a little bit of a video on that. Kind of show you some of the stuff I picked up. I found some really nice stuff. So the next couple days I'll be listing and putting everything up on my eBay store. And I believe there's a link for it in this video if you want to go look at it. I also have some sewing to do. I've got some Mountain Man shirts to make for a rendezvous that's coming up, and those are those little, they're just drop sleeve like Frontier shirts. They're very simple to make, and I'm going to make a video about that as well, because I've also found a way to adapt, or I guess you'd say alter, a modern day shirt to make it look like a Frontier shirt. So I will catch you later in the next excuse me, in the next video, and I hope you enjoyed this little tour. If there's anything else you'd like to see or any little towns you'd like to know about down here in the southern part of Wyoming, let me know and I'll see if I can catch a video. Right now we're expecting another winter storm, which we have yet to get hit. The western side of the state's getting clobbered. They're shutting down the interstate again, which is not uncommon. I-80 gets shut down on a regular basis, but so far we've been very blessed with, this has been the mildest winter I've spent here in 35 years in Wyoming. This has been one of the nicest winters, but I also moved. I no longer live at 7,500 feet away from everybody in a town of 450 people. Now I live in a town of about 25 or 30,000, I think it is, and it's quite a bit, yeah, a little more convenient. However, they do get snow, and they do get a lot of snow. They just haven't gotten any this year. So anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Like I said, let me know if you got any questions or if there's anything you'd like to see. And I am going to do some tours of some of the more standout buildings in Laramie. Get around to that here shortly. Talk to you later. Have a blessed day.